Yama obi bia kwa ba biom ba Ghlifetv Ghlifetv radio so na wutie ne ha ayeka wadwe show so na nyankopa ya adoma man ne dey ene dwada so ye de brawi na ya obi fro bi no obi so fro bi no nche say no nyame ya adoma ma say ye ba Mondays na Friday pay 4 o'clock sharp ne de bibia de ahihye so na wo hwe enso a de message so obefa phone no akọ Facebook Ghlifetv Ghlifetv radio ba so no like no share na do comment de aba na also so no mo so amukita iPhone and I say a can't Android phone or phone na no a Play Store and I say App Store no download Ghlifetv Apple in there say all download and there say unya ubenya the TV no show bottom now they call baby I will be our boss at internet say be the air cost Ghlifetv Apple a can't say Apple or a can't say Play Store in no download and in a bed ever Kawaji show so and way we are live on both digital and satellite you can't digital and satellite now say we show you can't say normal TV now ever and our satellite is everybody here so scanning what to boss and what we Ghlifetv nese bibia den I come out here live from Ashaley Abudankari on your Abusa kese na wo hono or first floor or na de ye wo and ye WhatsApp lamba na ye di tudwa no so no and na obetimi do comment here den afa so here den aba WhatsApp line ye 053 4845273 nese bibia den I come out here live from Ashaley Abudankari no ye trans ye bisa se say ya papa a president osisu ye current president ye Nana Akufo-Addo obesi so ye kan say nsema oba ya obeka so obeye ene ye kan say the nation address or the baye ene nsema wakeka no ye ba be hwese the okan no waye ana ayede nso a nyamboam so kira osade ne last one so be den ebeba ne ahwese no the asema ye papa kan no kura bi wom ana say no kura bi nye den enso ye den enim ana also so reshafu no ye no ebi se adanko da doe ebi so se omo se ye election enti no omo pese omo ye se no but enenu before e be ko na abejafo atrase no ya mpese bibisa Ghana for mpedi say said ye national term ne se na ye se yana assassini ya abode de man mujana nanum hwegu enya de to eto omo man edumi ene ye wososo se de ende no bibisa se so Ghana mpedi for pa nti said ye yetimi twa biti ebi kwa akon anse yenya Ghana siwa moja hwegu ye mpedi for ye omudi oman ni both NDC ni MPP ni omo keka ho no susu apa so omo dwere oman we hu eno ye 1 2 se o how bia papa na yesi ye pepeni bi e de ne tie tuo etwa anaso ofa ne kra mo afore ana ne japade ana se ne nkwa na ho odi bi bo afore for free a ye beti be nya na kame akoye se Ghana no ye de ya dwen ye de edi agro ana o man no so kwa na ye de eko de chi obi abo bra ko de nim bet ye de as ye boy ye de eko echi because se do election year ana se ye ka se omo ye campaign the number of nsem omo beka ayese obema okwakopo oba no ni kapre ensem de obeka na yi nyina na be wie kire no otimi nya de oye de onye na ese de awarija ye de ebeba ene wo hwe se di oman ekoso de asisi oman mu oman ya ese ewom no kure ba ko sei enye adwuma ese oman ya ewom no eyetumi ena sika ena eye adwuma no kure nya adwuma e wo oman nti woni sika chairman no apo be bia de atra ni ebisa se we ebekọ so akosi daban because say amaye ni anya den ni entwa sapa bi anto a ene brante bi asori aso pokokoye politics ene ma obi asori oposo di nura politics because who said nua ewura politics mu within seconds no twi Land Cruiser within seconds no asisi dan within seconds no obeba aban mu japade obe de owo no na kwakoye se no asa obi ba na yi ni sa leader instead of so oba be bo man no na mum no oman mo sika no oba be de oba be di ena hwe taxes awodo a ye twa besine Ghana ka Ghana crowd ka the whole Africa country ka ha ena ese abro chiri tis African countries no bia pe baby di tiafa eso ye de ohwe no ye de oba but ena ohwe se de wiase na ekone ne de Ghana akona se de plane crowd be si ha na esi Dubai free a wan hwe a nkwakrafo nyina be de ebekọ bi kaso afọ budubram obi abe de ebekọ kyese otimi so man emu aye hyepa yi a kyese ade chi ade se nyina no ye tutu niemam obi aton niema se de ye open because mra ne nye den enye adwuma otu kwan a enye saa ne tie obi be ka kyerɛ se me ametie metu kwan da me ntu kwan da kra no mabusuafo ye den ewo ho a se nsuo ye ton $1 on betima to nsuo $1 saa for almost 5 years 6 years 7 years yes sane da esu Ghana nko na otimi ko bisa ade se eye sen ne se eye 20 cedi wo da no ho akoyi sika wo bank aba no be ba ne se 25 cedi kyese Ghana wo dwene ho a wonte ase obi a ye de opɛ because utimi ka se obi timi ka kyerɛ se na ban na heden ɛwɔ so obi so tie kyerɛ wo so de twɛn ma ba power ɛna wo behu which is Ghana no ye the NDC ni MPP no ye the say o man ye the tribalism religion say o man but ye nyina be ka adua bom say ye papa ne ye maame no ye ya o mokɔ akon ebi wuye ye bi konkwaso mutimi gye o man ni si wa ya Ghana mpelifo pese mesrɛ mu say de ogye Ghana akonwa ni si ho kura no ye nkroma no wawu wagya hokɔ na wo a wo ba bedi so wo so begya wa ye den akɔ ewiase de nyina wo bebi kɔ but so oti say wiase we na fo say wo don samienu bedidi a emre bi ba wan hwa yeso wo don samienu petu didi saa beduru bebi no obo se duane na hiawo entina de odi ye nyina se wo ye de wo yiba say Ghana no generation na first ye wom say nya no sa generation na say ye de ye wom generation na ye wom no ne maame ne papa no bo brade to o man betene ye maame ne papa mo no omro so mo mba wi pizza omo be hye ntoma papa na se bi omoma aye kwasiampafo emma obi amfa na adwin name obi anye de like we don't have time for human being. They say the time we only have is money. Let obi a twen se obe pesca et Ghana for mesrem youth for no ye election ye mu ne ye wono e mo obi mfa 20 cedi medada mo obi mfa 100 cedi medada mo obi mfa mo bag e me de e medada because oji e mo bag na any 1 week in where we come deal because Ghana politicians no oma adwen say omo no ma da no mo ho anoma kukone omo ko hunu suo na no ma say fi ekira ba bi sa say esuo no na ye de ehunu no omo transe a omo ma komo de wa no ma say twom ho be ma 100 Ghana omo fo say wa bobre bi like na ehu so omo ya ade bia ma because Ghana president bie no asabi waba oma wemu MP bie no waba oma wemu minister hwan obie no obetima aka se wono no oba oma mu ode ni sika ye bibi eyo oma ni sika na nyina obia ye twa tax awodo utofu ya teso ye yesi eyo oma ni ye den oma ni sika eti se ye to aba ma obi so nkota sa nipa no onye ye adoye bia ye wu onye because o check Ghana penny for the number of amount of money and profo ijia obi a minister de oji MP de oji air gracia city allowance any one o mojia otimu say Ghana iska wa hapa yi but wine and e ka no kre wine na this ka ye bibi papa de amai de bia me ka say okoka e be ka say politics me nya ndi sini me nya MPP ni na emom no do campaign asemba na me hu se no asema wo ken eye no krese nka wo be ye ne pepepa eno ene kama kuma no makwa kwoto ye de ama but ye won krofo bu ho a omo so mo ye NDC fo ye won krofo bu ho so mo so mo ye MPP fo omo de ekosoro ba fom se den ono ne kakra obenye dinu eno ho no ye den odwene na se wo abra bode ti se no man no obi a pese obi ya akwa ye de ema obi but mo man nyina ema ye ne ye de enda ho na yenhwe de Awurade Nyankopɔ ye de ebeye because bibie mu no atembu ye de eda ho ye de twɛn eti se wa ma obra anyeyi na ofo se wo de kalabule de obeye bia owiase ahu so wo da ho ye de twɛn na wu nso a wojapade onye de onfa nkɔ Ghana ye kaya na the whole Ghana nka the last person yesike twa so wu ba only the last person nka so wu hwan president Meka for last 60 years ago so na hwan Atamus na president owo ba no wan check na mo na so president and as a Ghana you know na ne hu hia number 1 but obefa na ye de ekoi which you say wiase no ye nyina o baby ko wiase da wo be wu e wasase so no duane a wodi ko mu eno papa ya waye no ene na ade kwa asamando ye beka ye nka zo ni Ghana nko ye beka choso ni Nyankopon ye de enko etimi sremu mo ma ye ndwene ye nuanom ho because ye papa no mo dio mo ja hwere so ma medwene o ma no ho am fight ya me hu se sinsa ye nya independence nkroma gi independence to ho na o ye tema motorway abesinne tema motorway tutu kura patch nkura anya papa no me hu se president bia ba beka se wabo adwuma bia ma o dwene ho a je se ya DMPP ni NDC no we need to change because omo hu se Ghana for ayese kotokone has MPP ni NDC kremo ene Christian asa oba ne bema asa to omo hu so de adwena be di agobesi ne Ghana ye ni policy se ye pese 50 years o man no ye build ko ye nim na ye say there be esude bia mutu kwan ekwa amanfo man so Dubai e bada ben ene Ghana ni afru plane eko Dubai a ni din asesa na bra bo asesa amanfo the respect man na say ya na Dubai for trans plan ye echichire omo man ma Dubai aye Dubai na den na Dubai for mo kan kire den na Dubai for then America UK for na ye amana okọ ye ka say okọ airport na ye a and obi timitria ye ka 150,000 dey visa free as okọ US okọ UK okọ then as ankrofo no wo a omatima tikire omo man ye timi ye de ko chare se ma Ghana wo se yansa cha ya adwen a Nyankopon ye se ade bu wa ekitawo but hu ne value be free unsa ena obehu ye say Yesu ya se no ebeduru bebi ade ye kransuo di bagana ya say o nyame ya adom ye nya oil ne ba e besi na ye hu so mfaso bia gold e wa ha mfaso ba koko mfaso ba ene ye nya wo so tasa wodo ne ya gia ye say Ghana bia o yo de sie bia ye Ghana ni na anama ba nya wa adwe se wonam keke o de ka because they say ka Ghana de no ye ka say ye cha me sure so na cancel an kraba betue bi why because of say obi botum obi any de Ghana no kura nya adwuma ensem wo atim so ye yi politics to chen ne ye de no kura ne ye de FAC kwa bro chire ntisa you see the system is working ba Ghana ha the system is not working party power is working Nyankopon hira mu nyina no nyam nyina kese ha GHLive TV GHLive radio so for Paris and na dey me di show here dey bro we dey me say on say obeko Facebook na ja GHLive TV GHLive radio ba so anu like no share na do comment so dey aba also so no YouTube no so GHLive TV na say bibia dey ay kama me say me ma me ko ma beja for no na yen ko twetwem komo na bibia dey anya kama nana minia bokore nyame adumo na nso nyame adum ye ba ha che nyame de ode ekusia na oye bibia yie na kakra na ekoyi okay that's it ye che tifo nso okay ene ahwefo ebi omo bia ye chia wo mo se omo ni ha ye nso ye ne den ye ni ho na me mfa ko na asu na me sanchia ye wankasankasa omo hu wache meju so nso ayefe pa ekoyi na menchia ye menuanu ma be hu so me hu mache pa since last year ti menuanu mechia mo na me fa akonya nso enchia ye me kuro mu hene da sebre kwakubu ati ya menu mienu ye hene no kofodua ma hene okay bebi ana na wo bia pia o nti ye ho no okay general chairman bibi abokore nyame adomo de nyame ase ya aboade ada uruma na oje fufura sanso ase ya sanso ababio na edi kan so ye di nchia sonko ebekọ ama atiefo ni ahwefo nyina sede bia omotan echi de bia omonkoso anta echi na omombo echi dom na bia very fine nana
minwa yasan ababiem sede kan wadwen etie no what is ye kan yetie nse ni ye den ye prumu a enye se ye bia ye tan obi se oman no be den ebe ye ntia eno nti na yasan abe den yasan be si edwa den ebiem se de na first no na adofo den etaye che no de yesere ne so mbesan be den besan taye chi 2024 yimu na kan wadwen so asabe ye kra be hwe se de afia etwam no na etie no pepepe no ene yasan abase ye be ye hu adwuma because if wo any men ye ntimi anya den anka ye nyu obi ama ne nye den e ma ne nka ebiem eti se yaba ne de ye chia obi bia ya hwefo ene omo a no mo se omo mere no amadaje no yes omo so omo ene ye den e chia omo se de menua tope e de e chia no man hene me so kwa man hene yes nana akuamua yes a Japan me chia no ene awie pa
ye de nyankopon ase bebi bia wo so wo bia no ye chia mo kasoafo ye chia mo abrekumafo dodowafo ene tema kunkatama so Mr. Laye bebi a wo bia me chia mo nyina I hope so bia ye de ho ye ene topic of the day no na ye bisa se one ya current president Nana Akufo-Addo the president of Republic of Ghana and say before Oba ye case Oba be the president no okay can send be brave. He talks about so many things that is what say name what the year and can no if say and I say if say ye case ye fan say ye papa president Akufo-Addo and I say ni din no Akufo-Addo Ado gagai ado premai papa I'm feeling pa or no me ade ba kwa me pe won ho ne say oyobi ana be mumu oh yeah you see the whole Ghana in history obi a wa bre pa so be the president Akufo-Addo arampa chombo obi a original stage so na yi na hwe right they make us out here say but you see the question is if say Sankaya fan say komukoto abai na obi a went man be president people will talk about this say papa we the kind of niema na wakika won hwe say dey wa hye the niema na kasamre ka o man edu anim o man edu akire yen ka so onye bi wa ye bi but ka obi be ka say won say the American ati o hwe nsema yen fan first 2017 Oba 2016 say so 2016 Oba 2017 yeah
Odibedi so 2017
mo on the first you can say
Odibedi so first time Odibedi
the first time Obedi so ene na yi ni nsem okeka na ene no before ye as time goes so you be bought ni nsem a okan ene ne last yi because o check 1 2 3 yes we num kasa na be kire se we de o kan kure ana se o kan kure o se I so bi kope girl o kope girl a o kase me se girl ne ti ase wie ya won't me nya o se se wo kwa be pem o kase se do se wo no wo ye la la man ana me gwa we nya me adon se e tie nyina ye mema kansela o yira ka bi a kire da
oh la la de ya ye bi ya
ya ka bi a kire o yira ka bi a kire
wa ka bi a kire
na ye na o yira tuma ka bi a kire se yare asema so ka kire me hu ni yi
wa ka bi a kire de wan ka bi be ba ko bi a me hu ye na je se girl no afa ye fro wie no ana obi sa ga na sa na wo ne hwe na wan kan jire me ana ga na ka jire le de se na hatam na me ka se won kwan ni dia me wono wa ni dia me wono haba from wo mi ni hwe bi mu na o te ne san
ma me kwa na bilia okay say na de
yen chance
na what maka ti say obi a wo ye teacher ni na student be ka say last week he said today we will do this but today as it's like bibia obi aka bi za
o na bebre
wo
o se nkwara de o de obeka na beto na so
okay mate I think say yen since president last 4 years time people were talking about say no so encrofo na opa omom no mu ye dwuma because say o share the number of ministers papa we yi ya everybody was say no utu say why aggressive so be bodwuma eti no yi san crofo na pressure na but I go for from first year second year third year fourth year no tu say hwenko na manfo giga say no resha fumra ye kai Ghana for kai ama yes akoto aba o say wini ye Ghana for kai ama this year na aka nze akabe 10 months or so na ye election and a racial for ere aba senior reshuffle you is
Mr. Perez adia ba ko a da bia metena se na me hu se oman na yetimu no da bia meka empanifo na omwo soro no ya na omo hu se dodo no ano adwen mu ye den emu ye ha.
Okay.
And in politics that is how they see us. Okay. Patriotic they make an answer no. Yes, omo hu se ye timamufo no dodo na adwen mu ye den eye ha. Because the entire dodo na adwen mu ye ha ne se ye wo oman Ghana ye den ye wo mu a wo hwe the number of nipa dodo a atimi anya education. Me patriotic they make an answer. Atimi anya education na less than 50.
Okay.
Like Japan 94.1%.
Okay.
Or my kakrakana da hon Japan ni nyina no 94.1. Whilst Ghana less than 50%. Meaning no education in kondum pempenso bi a wo kan asem o nipa ne betima tena ase arrezen adwen hu say asem a wo kan no ntra na say nkonkonsa. Be Mr. Press ade ba kwa ya na me ya ne say unim so mba university a ombe ka say de asem ne tie pepepe. Be o mu free university no mba be gina te say bi Medina market no mo start bomu a ho no mo say enipa dodo na ewo ho no sebi ododo na adwen ye den ewo fom a ono no say de odi kan no de owo MPP no wo ye ne den owo MPP de owo NDC no wo ye ne den owo NDC a floating voters no ono no hwe ne ha ye ne da no ato ama hansefo no wo hwe ne hanse so ye ne da no ato ama hansefo no yana at times me ka say reshuffle de me hunu se nka oyibio nko nipa ne bɔ ne homɔden a nka me hunu se me hunu the need of say bia be reshuffle se nka nipa ne bɔ ne homɔden no nka me hunu mfasodie bia wo se be reshuffle be Mr. Perez be the last 5 years ni no se wo ma na wotua school fees wo ma na wotadwani mo a wo be hunu so man Ghana aye de pa me nti ha se me ye politics me de be koma no ni bi de be komi kotoko manu ne hu hia me. I'm not here to do any politics. Oh, yes, but the me person me can say the last 5 years in here no enyema mu aye den pa because yen hwe the current government away den oba ya eye MPP omo ba na $1 is almost 3 cedi something pesos and eye den
e 4 cedi
enru enti wo kind of whatever for the 4 and currently no dollar is almost 12 Ghana cedi and over. So meaning no Mr. Perez satam ni talk kinki times 3 today enti satam ni talk kinki 1 cedi now kinki supposed to be 3 cedi but when you say kinki Costco charge 5 cedi
4 and 5 say
4 and 5
na 4 no
4 no bube fuju di be miensa ansa no waku say why dey wa consume power ankasa e dey ewo mo ana amakono kra ansa anye de Mr. Perez, things are getting worse every day.
There's a one based on say they work and there's a reshuffle now. Your president I am who me
who think ye ne da because omo ado omo ba dodo na am homodin say dem di kan senka ye boye homodin dia enka me hunu mfasodie bi a wo ho ye be de ye be reshuffle. But Mr. Perez, uni ma de ba ko awom se wo ne akwala tifie na manfas wa sori anopa na morning devotion na papa akasa owie o misa nkwala adwen na wasori na oye den na okọ nti manfas sisi e metimi de wa baba ye me minister na yakọ cabinet meeting na me ma wo mfa wa asem ma ana wo de wa asem bakra me nyintum nti me fa minister na akoye se adanko daada adwe wo gina soro ho bet me na me decide ma me patriotic de make na se eti mahunu se dodo na ye yesesan wo na ministers no yasesan kura enne no me hunu so mo ba na adika kura say de nto mo ba na kura me hunu de omba be ye biara
wo se mfa so
because me hwe ministers no mo ya line wo mo nyina no onipa me hunu se obetimi aye bibi kakra aye Dr. Okoboy Lekman eho ana no ye de no wo tishi ono pe na me hunu say insesaye kakra bi no because ono no oye health minister deda and ono nso so no o health no ntino odnim what is disturbing them we dey ho and finance minister ya no no so ye kana asem a nansen ye hwan ne to konya ama foforo ye den abai Dr. Anim Mohammed Anim Amin okay Amin Adams Anta because it didn't answer okay, yes, Doctor, yes, Amin. You should say any people who no finance. ah oye but say ye jai adwuma ne de amana ya enka me ni problem because say see no when na ye economic management team no do nipa wo ye na Dr. Bawumia ono na ye den edi ho but say ono Dr. Bawumia no eka ni agitum a he da bia me hunu say president no na ye head o ono ye executive power no kita bibia we ya vice ya de o be kan no me pa na me gi atum
ati no so no ye meeting ti
me ka kire o de o be kan no me pa na me ye de me gi atum Mr. President eni mama ye de ho hwe wo grand so a wo be huru say eni mama ye den ye de yesi ye hia hwio ye de yesi ye hia aduane boa ye den emu a na me metono 175 Ghana cedi na wo papa na ni papa ni 220 Ghana cedi enne affordable one no 4.2 420 370. That is what we want. We don't need anything because the average Ghanaian biano, what we need is shelter, clothes. These are the two things. Average Ghanaian bia will be or what form bia when you atadie. And the Adriani, and the baby dignity bedding, ever. These are the three things. But Mr. Perez, young Quakra, young Concord had the Wakra. Young Shanko for a guabonting, especially Kaya, you know, not less no moving crying a panel. I increase more.
But some day I see a year.
Yakasa, Mukwe Bede, Yabba baby, and
oh, that you tell yes,
we and we have a boss because somebody can.
I know you change. What's the Kakas, Mr. Ghana and Kasana? Like almost say, ya dream a day. Our form. That you almost change. To say those kind of things in the chair say election time ya kaso ya commission say you see them makaya for Munyina Montreb near so why ya bobra no name him say mind game yeah say and I play said they say the amount for any that one I me ka say you see you say obo abra on you ka say obo abra o punish akwara na o kire ni nyansa o zo obo akwara ba na osuwa next time no okoya de na nka wo pe na bono no aka say adewe na me ye ya boom intin no ma etwam and then hwe the number of youth etu kwan ekonu say omo kono so be say di Ghana first na Ghana dan esi 3 bedroom 4 bedroom kan asasi kenkire ni esi susu gbaya ama for starting so mututu kwan kwa brochiri
apartment
omo de apartment aba and half floor to probate bi de esi dan ma wa udruwa be ka say eti enye problem di omo pese obi aye bia de enye ba omo ka hu say those who are
wise
no I'm not talking about even wise matter but omo frustro ho na akọ they also come back and I will hear small boy ya also president edi
chada was there
so adwen a wodeba na hu say e say no woska to wutimi kire na hwe Ghana woni sika you can't talk you can't speak but ye yimu sempeni na ye expect say bono mo be kwama bia ne say wo ka duane asemi now racial for now why no bia ma me ba ko ayi hawa kunsi ono kwa de say no abese asem no kwa ma say Ghana for buofu o say mo sori am say Ghana dan bo de yen ko Canada na me pa chu ono oye de sama no oye de juma
Mr. Perez na say ma me nka say me
fisheries ministry
what's it
minister of fisheries
I don't know MP wo ayi kaswa mo
awutu breku
kan pese bi bisa ne say ma me na asem o kan na me pese bisa say kaswa kwan akura se de etutu no ko Canada ko hu say ekwan bi etutu sada obe kwa kaswa kwa mu young boys ene to kube ena manfo tonton wo kwan ensuo udi agro kai
free kaswa e ko bodu ase
obetima take it down
na why you free
you see
I want to call Thomas wedding no why you free
boss you see sometimes obi kasa you see Ghana me hwe the kind of Brazil do campaign time these people here me papa your president me kai time
mon so me hwe
otimi de cheshe de ti no koko ni kosi satam tema ne na is say ya to aba mo a omo fo say ya adwen ye refi de omo ka yo say dey o etu de ma enko so to hwe racial for na wo say to you no who say pass will be also because before I best woman in at time election time.
Mr. Perez, election year, no change. The only change you're being is say AB or better and Yamaso. No, I accumulate a cardia to her. You win next year, San Shasia, or the second in a baby. And this also there the next, next government, no, because we, Mimi, and Nipami, no pay. Dr. Mohammed for finance, and Dr. Okoboy. These are the only two people. I can try to say me or credential and some background, but I could see say they will try to do something, but the system will not allow them.
But let's go straight to the point. Is who say a fracadam be
who say nada
and nada.
Mama can to me dibi.
That's said will be able support.
Will be able support. Said the year to a by the ninja say because you are winning, Mr. Perez. You be some baby deputy. A be deputy you too. A be deputy a be three.
Now before I trials in there, he said let's see here.
Mr. Perez, where you been fast because I must start vetting man and penny for no. It is saying I had a job for the boys. It is saying no more when you be a deputy. Who be deputy. But I baby because you couldn't say said the econo. You mean ni wini be den pa because election we be buga e be dey change election bia because ma to aba but so far no up to now me e dey hunu dey men to aba ma no
eh wo na wo hu ye
me dey hu nya hunu
bia
say NDC say MPP me nya hunu dey me to aba ma
na wo hu ye ntiro
dey me nya hunu ye because aba we dey be dey Mr. Press enye easy it omo ye yi omo ne dey they will try to do something but never it won't happen it won't happen enye yi
okay me enko ewa kwa yo
yeah Mr. Perez nyame nchira ade ba kwa na bra senior councilor kasa no a ba mitrim ni se oka dollar ne ho asem na me kasa na se yen ye ya anaye papa ye wase on be di president of so di president say no yen to abama no be di president satan so no omoba obechi dollar no
dakoto
obechi gina wa say dollar no 2 million kama wase on ye den o to me chine gina
okay
okay Mr. Perez e ka say reshuffling na eye den reshuffling no Brofokasam no betumi aka say yesanso shuffle something again or to rearrange or reorganize something again. Enti enene dia na ye na che say eniema a ye wo already na na senkrofo a ye wo no yesanso edi dwumadie bi ehehye mo nsam na be ka say de wo kɔ ha wonso kɔ ha first na wo ha na so be sen kɔ ha na we nso be hye ha na ansa na reshuffle na kasa be si no. Now we need to know the reason why I can say asimesi now una railways now ye minister of railways afi ye work sanitation as I say and say yentumi ehun saa niam na buta enti a ye reshuffle ni ya ka say asimesi mpo ebia ya drop na efri ni position a and then a question mark be da because say ebia nipa no adwuma no onye ni yi ana say ebia we disike bia wo say ye holding responsible mpo ana say otua na ye sanso yi na afiri akobe bia wo say ye hu ana say ye pese ye bribi na ye cover nipa no ade abone a wedi wo ho because who free ho na say bia kabia ba wo ho na ye de obi fufuro be hye ho a na che say ye betumi aye no in some way say o kana e ba no after anya wo na wo hye that position ekosi ewie and the reshuffling na eba for instance Yura John Peter Mewu or railways minister say on Samson share sanitation and then water resources so and there's also the man say on share answer na yenye vetting no what you say and no me problem ni say reshuffle na eba yen hu say atimesi ye dia ha share nsa from this time to this time by yen hu development bia na say ni contribution bia enti na ye redraw no
okay
and say asochin bi wo ho e ma na fan ye nim but enye say ye yin na e bia san so de no kwa share different sector mpo aka say o ye mfa no share and na me say time ma ye reshuffle no enye right because ye pe aka say san crofo fiti tama ye share ase nyina second term yi mu afi na bia ye hu se wo se ye den ye yi omo free baby omo wana na se omo mbo mo adwuma yi ana
okay
na hwan no oba be share omo position ho omo position na omo a afi na ye vet omo no nipa no be share position 10 months no den na nipa no betumi aye ati ase and say yentumi ama no room ama ono so anye andi na adwuma e kire ba be ka se oh ono so be ka o se me ba ye ncheye me 10 months be na ye me abehye na obi say obi so be share for 7 years ni 2 months wentumi anye hwe and say nature say blame no yentumi mfa ema dia afi na waba no and say if there is reshuffle and the omuma nda ho clear asimesi no wa ha na so bebia ye de no eto ye fiti 2000 and here na say 2020 you know or money homodin they say no ye yi na free ho and na obi ehun say oh and na reshuffle say ba eye good reshuffle ya de ba kwa eye be say ye what time na ye nim say yetumi ye reshuffle na obi a ekono onim say the bre a mo de hye na position mo de hye me nsei say manye ni yi a ye be yimi and upon what basis and I yedi reshuffle and I say yedi you be free in position yedi for fraction in zan I said in a different sector assessment ben na evaluation ben na ye nhwehwem ben na ye hu say asemesi ne dwuma nso e ninti na ye yi na free ha say yentumi anya na sa de ende de ono so ba no e de say na ayi senior councilor e ka no e che say time ya aso ye mra aso ewie enti musumum da mmedi bi ansa na yakọ because ye campaign no aden obi nso ede ne sika ehyemu na sa na ho de ehyemu bi
okay
na me say parents ade ba akọ a no say ha ye ne say when it is time for campaign no me hu say nka ebre aso say o say ye di obi a background mo ebe toto ho aka ne background as na bakosem say na oye ya bedru the position the current position na say baby owo sisi a opese obeden obedi president and as a MP
okay
and as a yemfa the brebi nshe nsem because e anya ne sa e de ebe ene upset nipa no oba no ni kakra a wabre agada ato ho na onu di ye campaign enche mo beteche mo cement e de ende ye amasa ma sisi currently say ye afrifa free so when say mo ye o primaries currently afrifa no ye MP ho
okay
ena MPP ni ba ko yi ni free so sa MPP ni a wo yi afrifa free so yi no sa ma ni ga west honum no yesi owo nsase a all maden half plot delegate no enti mo koto aba no e wo mo a half plot na edi ma mo koto aba and the office say aba pa ni nsase e odi ma half plot yi office say obenya eyi MP ni di wi a office say obegina obey ni nsase obetenika obejije nsase atoton nsase
but okay based on ye nyina yesua de ba based on the wo kasisi a say eka me akọ say Ghana na asisi ye wo no enye we are not I don't know me who say I mean can say enye say ye pray am man but ye pray yan kasa ebu na they say no if you have wisdom and you don't have money we don't value your wisdom but we value someone who have money they say sana because say ne opa assemblyman grade na uniska ye to abama because yes timabufo de adwe say ye beji scans ya to amo enti no no obetima trans 4 years no abo sika na no de aba oba oba two or the mouth de on say there oba to amo sika na na ye de ehia okay
and I want say eyi this generation ankasa no youth no ye pe quick money ye mpe bre and it is see as Mr. Perez who sika na usore na so pese udi eyi president na wo share say na youth no to say okada omo yo okada ni we na wo share say okada organize omo say ni say o mema mo say me share say ama mo say everyday bia be je say no obehu dia young guys be o betumi eku omo ho ama because of the ombenya enimenim na but dia wo kan ye no we say without wisdom ankasa no ye ma wo sika na japade sensen ye de jawa ni na be hye because won't me hwe so yi
eti now wo hwe enti based on the work as a racial for no ye wo say ye kan say because wo hwe ahana racial for no mo a e kan om ne Ken Oforiatta finance minister na kwaku ajiman menu hef ono ne ono so ye na Dr. Kwekwe Free Environmental Science Technology and Innovation also you know na Akwesiam Wakwata Road and Highways also no Road and Highways Minister, right? And then Bakosu Labriba Abudu Gender, Children and Social Protection, and Botwe Local Government, and Frida Prempe Sanitation and Water Resources, and Ibrahim Muhammad Awad Tourism and Art and Culture, and Bakosi Joseph Makubu Sede Chese. Et we hear when more. You see, a salmon baby, the Omasha, na say a momo kufi, aquatanasi.
Oh, me here. A bill or honor a bema baby ashe. But the aye and say, for instance, Canofuriata. Time Bena a month for sorry or Marimu said, every papa in view, and I you know, and I answer son. I
say, or no, dear, Resha Funin, or no one send him.
Yes, yeah, can I sit there with that? Yes, there be that ye need that. Entertainment here, ye in the free. I feel you won't say, and Pano will say, yes, son, and I say you will be full for a show. And you put that, yeah, the car baby good year, you didn't buy a show also. The baby can say, and your back on him from so. Aye, we. And you one was getting close to election. You better, Ubi one I tell I see ministries we ash. I think I'm documenting ash. Oh, auditing up my bed and anything. Say, see that.
Yeah, mind games.
Aha, and tell you we are not as fast, and I share and coach Jan to her.
You see, like, let's go straight to the point like this, sir. You see, sir, based on salary shafuni, and it seems like as a ultimate transia, na ebe drew baby ebe election, no more starting yenema giddy. As he said, election year, no kwana sebi, adrene ebasi yenya kwany, yenye see, nature said. Ose do election year,
Mr. Perez, they are working. Just this month, yeah, mobile 3 weeks ago. Me area, Amasama Kwanoso. Yeah, a cabby, a tanker be a chief at Rotrobisuma, Nipa 14, China more, Benimohoya, a year. To extend, say, who has school boys near a pin for you now won't be. Then they see a quine back, why ye? To me, a close quine, Bayanaki to a be, there's answer beam. Now I diverted because I can't foot through such afa, Ajiwafa. And because of that, no, we so bad went to me and because of foot through. By accident in this Syria, the next day, me, Chomono, in Soguso, Libya and Soguso. Yes, a nippon we are in Sia. And to say, I know, Sana, as I wait here. I say, oh, Gidian at this time, Yan this time will be almost say, ye Bujuma. Yanya vote, ye election, we are baby Abafo.
Yeah, one area I will. Na Bwabwa Samoa.
Yeah,
Bwabwa Samoa. On no ye MP wo.
Okay.
Ye baba twaba. Ano move to 2 gata. So mo ye. Ye twaba nwan.
Mahuru say mo kwa.
To kronu gata si busu go omu nye. Ama abrewe bi kro a ombetu ni gata nim. Abrewa na fa ho ama ni na egbobu. Ni wall so a ebu. Kosi koda
when you see kwai
chese wo dwere ho a
no mo ani abedwisu kakara na say you photo so
kwai be dar ARS tumesi wa kwa no so anka e ba jayo anka wo se be pie wo ajinga no block factory honmo
okay
ye we no duru aka overhead na ye dida ya ye man penyi be ka te some time ago I hope board for bar hobby as and the chema ube wona one engineer be engineer baby no chechire bi o chena be wona e cement motor akogu baby kakra o chena dey say na ye what are we doing
mind games nkwa
just say
so answer omo hu say eye den a omo hu say eye den a ye call 8 years na we aba na me say ka me Ghana on ka nipa nyina adwene ba ti se ma adwene ka election pa on
unim nanka NVP no nka ometumi a break the 8 easily
simple
with the kind of ideas are no more policies are no more but ade ni say implementation no e no more rush here yentumi ni enya ni nyina afa at once at a go and you know and say free SHS na betumi handle in the first term and for a year muma yenye eno na fe yenko one district one factory Now for the one village, one dam.
No, what the young fan on Twitter. Nana, Sabokode,
Yamiado.
wow, when the Ecoso or mine, we best say was Sumwa. Obin your opportunity, I can say more becano.
Easy.
And I will be Susuenya at Yamia, Yamia, do Wenya. It is all our hair said here, or mine, Cornel, the kind of racial for Mayana. And then a who was a racial for.
Wow, Madame Siminia. I said, bring me young penny for you. Omakabibri. But the truth of the whole thing is that Ghana Hanu Nasemba, we don't attack the root cause of it. We just talk about the surface of it. So, Ghana problem, cyclic, that's ABC, and first of all, I want you to take this. This year, decision whether it is MPP or NDC, decision will be taken by political. You are not thinking about the country. Because he's looking at how we win elections. So whatever decision that will come be an political, racial can political say ufi because of elections. So say we need to not because of the elections. So that one day, let's get it. Whether you are in opposition or you are in government, that's the same thing. Good. First of all, President Biano, he has the power to fire or to hire. Our power, constitution man of chance, and so bet me a critique any ministry be heading or pay. Intino, or no, constitution how do their man no the heading or the day. It's a coup for the bit make say MPP 4 year card very member Biano, Brad Jubilee House, never Juma. We know me, the only way Casa, I want to be catching found or their money, obey. Now, you share reshuffling here by I can once a year. Most of the people, they were reassigned. Yes, I kill. Most of the people know, so share reshuffling here. The people no more, omankophobia and fear bontiama, a microphone no more. Now, to me, who in the wisdom of the president now, what he's trying to tell Ghanaians in say, and who share politically, strategically, don't be so much and say, there are some of them on the court vetting, but most of them no. Dear, what vetting did that? You won't go for another vetting again.
Okay.
So we a minister. Let's say a rare sign or won't vetting view, but just say now only minister there, then you have to go for vetting.
Okay.
It's over share could do upon Kroma, Asensu Boache, those people meet the deputy minister and other finance minister, Dr. Amin Ante. Omunina, they were ministers already, so they are just being reassigned to wherever they are going. Just say Omwa, Omubemununa, you have to go for vetting. Now, many everyone say if you find the idea, you be doing. You will my remove. And this government, when they won power, that is 2016, then they started ruling the country in 2017. Say, when they started, things were good. Yes, when they started, things were good. Because then that government no one the government to buy. We were thinking said they were no good. 2016. And do you have short memories? You were here in this country when this former president John Dramani Mahama and also a person Sabi president bill. This was the same person and Ghana for Boni Trizu Urefi.
Yeah.
Yes. $7 million dollar to city. Let me check here. It's true. 2016. Usha dollar to a na say 3 cedis 90 pesos a day. But as at then me check any rate here, but last year no. It was almost 11 cities to 1 Ghana cedis. What's the difference now?
And now we're stable now 12 hours or 12 on
okay. Yes,
12 on Bohache.
So what I say, but here you never kind of craft from 2017 to 2020. Things were better. Say, and yet better. And one thing I also want to say Abambi Bar, and yes, Obiano Huberton, but indicators in a how our economy is being run.
Okay.
Things were good. Then this COVID-19. And then this whatever Ukraine whatever war ne buy you enjoy light for 1 year. That's can go say free.
What more enjoy then?
Light free light refi. Why enjoy so for 1 year?
free.
What then? Okay,
yes, but
what then? We couldn't benefit of those things.
Yes. So that aspect no
especially
reshuffle now.
Oh, so na me di kan ka cho say ye no. Na obe determine as to say obe reshuffle. To me dey
to you
it doesn't change anything. Whether it is good or it is not bad, they are still in government. Say yeah, Ghana from no million never benefiting. Now, share minister, new finance minister buy. Anya kura no minim say wakọ otumfo. Okoye no Kumasi Airport. They needed some money to complete it. Okoye no wakọ release that money.
Politics can.
You understand? Okoye no, yes, that is why I'm also told you me lay foundation can just say this year no everything you may be for political gains.
Okay.
Okoye release another project be already. Okoye Eastern region or Chihinewo Mati say omo release some funds be. So the question you should ask yourself say they know what the dano.
No yede.
Na oyede. They know what the dano can no for Riata. Ghana for starting bo papa with Trisunu. After the COVID didn't yes papa no. Adwina yede. Esi
eko from
eti na na kufuado yesrew sisano no obi fufro nye den emra. Se mo be kaya ye be ko IMF no. O se ye nye den enya de ye be ko IMF. But at long last no de ye ko IMF wo. And papa kufuado na san be ka kire say onu na only did the negotiations for the IMF we so we are na for be do be ko ure fi say ministers or no political party MPP no almost about 80 something 90 plus ministers bi e sore e organize a press conference say papa na yenye den ye mpani bio
But
still this man was there to today. Now in the funny aspect of it he has been appointed again. Yes, you can check. Ekufuado appointing as a special envoy, senior advisor on the economy.
On the economy.
And the minister here did that continue.
Yes, the appointment letter by Friday. Oh, before it's coming to me yet. So
yeah, yes, I check the Okanya in him now. As a woman, you see, say. Still you see we have a lot of people they are not ready to change. I say maybe they be am come and say more Ghana has said you want microphone 9 bia ye two omfo and try that so be two omfo because omuntie o pesa microphone na obi o ye ndisi ni MPP ni
so for so
two omfo o masa me na me come and say
nya so for
a tie me say o mo aye two omfo ewo krum ha utu omfo mo mfa oba wato odo fufurum utu ne fo a onfa be ma wa hie oba se ope no de obeke bi a kire no no onfa eno ye one uwi anu aba MPP ni NDC support so far as oye NDC ni and oye MPP ni die se ade ni to so mu kura na
oye MPP ni
o se ejira ho obi ani se kai ato so mu o se ejira ho tum obi oje ni so fo di opa de obeka wasase su bia o fada so we are say abrabo na ye bon you see sanya ma we say ni o say o ma play mind games a che mind games o ma play de a che by down no e say yetimi etena se hwe ohwe eya na ya ka say Ghana for na e ka ho o say time na mama also nurse for allowance ni e den ni etwem teacher for de ni etwem ana omusu se eyi bra ye ka se Ekufuado mba wonem se na se ya nurse for ya sa etwom ho se omo pe mahama ba na
Mr. Perez
kuro ho me ye sure ese Ghana ho ye sheda pe ye kofa doctors for be free amanone Germany UK no omo o de enye free scan ni ye he ya adwiribu pa ye because me who say ase eniema bi nko ye o baby
on tese man bi wo kuma se wo se said Ghana ne bi before ye tie no ye fa caterpillar enwie nyina France asero na brofo no medua aburo so na said ye be boy
what I'm trying to say is this Ken Oforiate on one party I say yempeno.
Mo.
The reason why no more can be out because the news say going to 2024 elections. If this man still remains there, a bear affect your fortunes. So they wanted to get rid of him. But president, he's the final say. Gaba. So they still kept this man there till last 2 weeks. I reshuffle by still yasan appointing on appointment letter by Friday. They say baby I didn't go to Crown. What great the scene? Baby I know no. So what does it tell you? It tells you say some of the powers of the president the country will continue to suffer. And 2, the kind of political systems now you running organ hand and why because former president Mama Namu people don't know Namu, they are the same people about no ever be ruling. Almost finding a campaign man. So when he come, he also have to come and please them. Dr. Baumia, I know so person or somebody or minus on. And also by the same thing. Alan Chairman thing one. So these are the same people. So what are we going to do as a country? I was say constitution, you have to review the constitution.
I know so no person best.
Yes. Now, I know the ebedu baby the best. For now, I can't tell the day, I can't tell you, but I'm sure
it will change. Yes.
It will change.
Yeah.
It's a matter of time. Say, President in it here, whether it's a reshuffle or not reshuffle, the harm has already been what? It has already been caused.
Why?
But on not there, he is acting on his what? Because even the day before, crowd fear about me appointee. Former President Mama he did the same thing. Obeka, Obe Fisuna no appointee. Say Domlovo say why something. Yeah, he did that. It ended there. Anyabone to appoint and reappoint or disappoint in the Nina lies in the bosom of the president. So that one
to crowd appoint you.
Say
1 month to crowd appoint.
Appoint you.
And I would do so.
That is it because of you just 2 days. Crowd they can't see you.
See you. Do you think that position is so easy?
So what I say,
it's
but
easy.
Let's look at the people. So the mean kind Oko boy, a fantastic guy,
Very fantastic,
very hardworking guy.
I love the man.
Kwakwajima menu ano no health minister. Papa yi abre. Yes, what troll letter crack come for the same person reason for say David. What is the meaning of this? But say show why you don't mabam no to say young guys I then abamu at least one way or the other then you fire any shop politics side. But then on metimi aye then aboa oman no the way him say
but I don't know me bisa say you see Ghana ya mamem no like if 60 years ye hu ni say amamrem na ye wo mu 60 years wa adwene no aba form ana say wa ho de ye den aba form nti ye say de wo ye bia na ye say wo pension na wo ji wa but in politics you know we see the people we keep appointing them no here nkokrafo kwa ofoliata ni age they dey na be hwani age omo aya form ye ka say omo dey da yi nyina hwe omo nyina age hwe president age
yes
we say like omebaw when nkokrafo yi trans no omo kire man Ghana
ebe boss and then me calculation bi Akufo Addo ministers no more who the be ni part 10 8 age boma omo na almost 800 years
senior minister
no fa frema opare fa ajima menu se hwan fa Dominic Nitihu keka omo nyina age bom nipa be 10 omo na almost about 800 years but me as a teacher me your calculation be say ofa ni pattern kwana so mo age no it's around even 150 years it means in the next 50 or 100 years no adwin ben no dey ma but look at 800 years almost about 4 centuries or say 8 centuries
8 centuries until o ma gwen akeki
yes akeki share over France France omo minister Macron very young guy Ufa
he was 36
yes,
years no
but African
you see let me tell you something me one thing that me who your politics here they tell me ninja politics this animal we say they always keep him like omo pushy omo skadada so omo skadada no omo Philippine etu omo no o ka bibia kire omo they don't listen do omo person omo ya no person omo ye de omo ye at the end of the day ensure ya to sui president wo tuebi minister o tuebi ayi right ya to me one MP we okutua light bidder one minister we okutua light bidder
police day and night
tua so eti nipa na nkono no oye young boy na wo feel say no yenyina wo age the same age eti adentina like Jamaica as what man I think say Ghana we should change our mentality.
Yes, Mr. Perez. Asama Okano and come in baby Sisu say we need to change constitutional amendment on age because say Ghana has said before I be the president unless 40 years. That is how constitution is stated. Below 40 years untimindi. So until say that constitution say caption hono ye be amended no Mr. Perez. No.
So if you over 40 so
over 40 dia be below 40 untimindi president.
But Mr. Perez
that's what is idea if change be in my idea.
Let's sakomano ye war proper plan that wa. Say near kwa. Age doesn't matter much.
Mr. Perez, Nana. Jede 40 years development plan by you. Why did they buy? Yeah,
that's why I'm also saying say Sankie war development plan be that.
What check American Constitution?
Yes.
Or more plan wo. Who now say you Donald Trump? Who now say we new way ya wabaya bedding. Who now say we Mr. Perez? Oba, this is what America is saying. Until who suggestion be my warning at Wasso.
So until I say make catch say Sankaye planner because say Donald Trump be the now you're 70. He say also person be DBO. Plan it that there's no problem.
No problem. I think say Ghana nankasa no kweku chain be say o say say Nyankopon person na abo for ne sere kakra no dey camera na to Ghana because Ghana no concept ne does because sometimes the some things be we see o hwe say dey ekoso e wo man mu ni say bi omo ko school e di sika atu omo kan yi bomb mo ba kra na utimu say nsem bi omo be kika the kind of calculation nsem omo calculate utimu say bi obi a wa ko school kra bia ye be ka say oni hwe kra na say yin nsem bi wa won timi nye de enka na em say politics na nkasa na aye no Ghana nkasa anatu say Africa nkasa bi bia de be ba ye be fi suru aba fom bia ye say no maybe dey me metime hunu no because what the car fiabro chire car ye issue ni be 15 years the fiabro chire ba Ghana won say correct car ni ba so the car ya ye wa ha kro issue ni 1 year the car bro chire mbo say be a baller because kura ye timo a as a concept obi ada sole a dey be gba the trim no opeso ye de oye enye mra enye hwe tare nyame hu ye nyina mobo otie Ghlifetv Ghlifetv radio o here live from Asalbuchi Abudankari and I obetima adwane o Facebook Ghlifetv Ghlifetv radio and YouTube do say Ghlifetv na say bibia de ai kama so wo bibi so apese e bon de wura na so person sponsor program ya and one so be free number is 0551543840 0551543840 na say bibia de ai kama your WhatsApp plan e di juma say 053484527 obetimi do comment there aba na bibia de ai kama ye wo hwe e kira kwan so a ye wo Madina Asalbuchi ye ka se Abudankari wa ho ene ye de ye wo nene no ye bisasa reshuffle na aye no ene ye brother ndi kaka se chare Ghana na nkasa ne e adanko dada adre abrabo na ebo because finance minister na ye so ya kana se say no position here sadi amana kura no na se ko tena be bi owo kura ka unia mpelifo we buze wo suma abruwa nanka okotofo mo a o sa koso nu mo ehe ba Ghana de ne de ye suma abruwa no ene asa de mattress akoto wo so won na so ene asa fa doctor se won hwere na yen se dua de ka ene bi na ye de akwakoyi na se Ghana de before yen YouTube de bia me ka se won se enye do election year by this time you see eniema ekoso won so omoba ede na be ka president na president be sie fini convoy di mu ene wa betena ho atwa picture ene wa didi ohia tumi bi e de efri ho ye di tumi ni mo nso a no mo ma kire se di omo pese omo ya na omo ye nti this is the time a so ma we eye dwuma this is the time I see you pie wani now who said no me pedama me pedabia NDC beba power and I people 4 years in ato abatia no masa fa ko ne ma ne ko percentage you to say low disgrace or no say no amount for near there abre
Mr. President e bedru ho
o say
e bedru ho
ye den tem
e bedru ho
ne tem
on say ne
akaka kra bi aka kra nu 10 years
ehia
e bedru ho
ni senka ya dia ye won hihye bi a e wo ho for reshuffling a ye nim say ye wo eyi organization bi a na say eyi bi a no onye non governmental they say EC ya na nka mo betumi aka say ye no mo ba wo ye MP na wo ye minister every 6 months and year biano ye assessment and evaluation I hear say appraisers na hear say dia wo ye no correct according to plan na me nyan so ka say ye be den ye de beto ho ma o man ni nyina na and they say why ya dey my friend come back
you see say be ba
ulim
Ghana
na the papa so for
be ba unim ma me kire Ghana na kasa wo me de me based on niema me di me ni ato for no ehunu say ade na omo plan wo fie anya de obetima ye adwuma no me na me ka kire because me niema bi koso a me wu say sa de ensi wo kosi broni kuro mu da
okay
aje kuro na kwawie say energy minister ye be ye energy minister na obi education minister de na ko share
education
ni die ben no wo obi o ye education minister oh we school so
e be go winter
ya den e no free ho ya de ne ko energy
ka be la be Mr. President why mistake
there be asem na make asem my me say me fa say
kasa we area of
there make us what say ti so obi a doctor na so onko ye coach asem na make tienie obi a doctor the American doctor said doctor or your doctor near so onko coach Emma Blaster
ono kasa ni me say
the American
education minister be a ne ba answer na say is it the current one I move here no a dentist
oh but when he came did he perform or he didn't perform that's the question
for education or ya there
oh there be asem na make say
but no say he wa perform more education no way na free ho de niko energy na gbe be pa ro ko
no they all can anything na make catch you say maybe you are making a mistake it boils down to the reshuffling now don't near reshuffle if you say bia I say no unim de na pem so either you go back or reassign you
no kasa bi
there's nothing wrong with that because energy ministry wana kasa there are people working there already who minister and what are you going to do
this is the practice
no if you are going to supervise without any idea of the field you are going now then there is going to be problem
you see it has been a practice
for me I disagree
obi a o treat taxi na so go to articulate
I'm coming so if you are telling me that so nana yafa we mra form say wo to wa Africa work of VIP 200 something you are going to Kumasi now kwa na driver na unim so air driver what kan and wa do lenda door was say the yemi ye no
etina na budget
o timi ko no obi sa passengers for na ticket him say why never timi I dey ya ko make e una na unim pa say driver ipe na onim do unim say o ye driver obi na obi kura ticket mo onim twidida bana na okofasia na wo betrem oh yeah question wo betrem
mintrem
what did you want to
then mintrem there then it means that almost all the churches are making it wrong
what say
your churches are making do we have any course like president people go and study
why do you need somebody for economy to be in charge of the economy
nana it has been a practice that we have been doing this practice from Nkrumah's time it is for now say your best is say practice
then you say it like that and I also want to tell you people that gone to places they've done marvelously well that even the people that say think say
even education
Ghana minim defender wa koshegu I don't just say they make but you say the position defend bibia timi sima defender timi ko head board short them but the person me say Ghana
or striker
Ghana na e won ye timi tam obi fi obi a goalkeeper na so striker the person me chire because of whom you know we minimum and we madam what doing campaign time omo ba be call ye ka say omo ba be ko ayi e ka say ayi kwa mo fense omo promise ya before ko ye tia na ye ka say we kan wasi minister bi didi na tem na ne buofu waso onu an okotena se bi ye papa akufo ado ka che se akwawe wabre ye pe bebi se ne ye creative bebi e de mana ti asem onu an be kai o ken ne be kai wuji se nya ye ho ne ya dwene yeso ye wo krom ho ya ne ya papa president be ka se nipa na open asem ye tu ni fi so ti no yi nani mewa
nipa be no open asem ni tu
o de ye twa ho aba ye ba ati ayo bode je fo ye twa ho aba ye ba ye besa abeto set ye twa ho ba just ma bi na ye ba ne de ye ka se ye ja ye president ensema oba ye obekeka ye ba waka ba ku mienu miensa o kira so nyame bo ba be ka ne last one ni ahwegu se no ensema oba ye kan se bi ono ane ka na se so waye anase onye eti ye twa ho aba yamo obi bia kwa ba biumba GHL TV GHL radio so haya ka waju show so na nyankopɔ adoma yeguso ayede ma obi fro bi no obi so fro bi na bibia ye enye kama yamo so for Perez ba akɔpɔ hia me a me ɔno an so ba ka waju nam so ma kyerɛ so ma kyerɛ waju na ese bibia ye de ɛkɔ ɛya me musa amanfo pɛsɛ ebie phone last ni tumba tese no ye twa bibi kakra sa because say dey wo pressure wo krom no obi phone last ni tuma nsɛm amanfo bɛka no ebe so ensem bibre etiene no bebi a yedunu na ye hwe ensem a ya papa president 2017 the first year obema ye na ye ka say 2023 ene so ensem o ye den obeka ye etu kakreti 2017 na ba be 2023 ensem a okeka na ya check ehun say ono an ka na say Ghana for sem ye otrofo anaze de me ka say meye no maye na so wo say no kra de ti say producer ya na say for producer my ready a mo fa to so my 2017 nsem a ye papa president kan ya kire ya ehun say nyina agidie so obepo adwuma no mo fa to so my na ye hwe so wa wi a mesremo a
I'd like to take this opportunity, Mr. Speaker, to express my sincere appreciation to my predecessor, President John Dramani Mahama. For his leadership and his role in the transition. His conduct has been a credit to our nation. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to see the presence in this House of two other former presidents of the Republic, Their Excellencies Jerry John Rawlings and John Agyekum Kufuor. I am in the enviable position of being the first Ghanaian leader to be able to draw on the experiences of 3 living former presidents. This should definitely enrich my tenure of office. Mr. Speaker, I congratulate you on your unanimous election to preside over the affairs of this House. It is a fitting acknowledgement of your distinguished service to our nation. I congratulate also your deputies on their appointments. The first Deputy Speaker, a respected member of the House, Honorable Joy Osei Owusu, and second Deputy Speaker, the veteran legislator, Honorable Botwe. I commend also the Majority Leader, my contemporary in this House, who can now put his extensive experience of Parliament to use as Leader of the House and Minister for Parliamentary Affairs. My compliments go to the new Minority Leader, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, who announced himself on the national stage when he came here in my last term in the House. It is clear that he has an important future in Ghanaian politics. I want to assure him and the leadership of the House on both sides that I will cooperate fully with Parliament to enhance the governance of our nation, to be able to do the business of Ghana effectively. Mr. Speaker, I use this occasion to commend the Electoral Commission and its chairperson, Charlotte Osei, for the conduct of our recent elections, which has received domestic and international acclaim. In the coming years, I hope that our electoral processes will become even more robust so that free and fair elections become automatic parts of our democratic culture. Mr. Speaker, certain incidents occurred during the transition period that are matters of concern to me and should be to every Ghanaian as they marred an otherwise dignified and successful transition. Wrongdoing has no political color, and I do not subscribe to the lawlessness of political party supporters simply because their party has been elected into office. Mr. Speaker, when those incidents began, I instructed the then Inspector General of Police, John Kudalo, to apply the law, irrespective of political affiliation, to all lawbreakers. This instruction was also carried on to his successor, David Asante Apietu. Both of them acted upon it, which helped to bring the situation under control. It appears these events were predicated on some concept of equalization, as they happened in 2009 and were repeated again in 2017. I condemn all such conduct, and I call on all political parties, especially the New Patriotic Party and the National Democratic Congress, to ensure that this is the last time such undignified acts occurring during our periods of transition. Mr. Speaker, I come before you today in fulfillment of the constitutional obligation that the President of the Republic gives a message to Parliament on the state of the nation at the beginning of Parliament session. Since my inauguration some 6 weeks ago as President of our country, I have set to work putting into place the members of the team who will help me govern. I've heard it said that I'm behaving like a man.
I'm saying your first year, 2017. 2017. The buyer, what you say in Semwa, or Becky Kayan, almost one, or Kasemi say a MPP, any NDC, no. We make sure say free and fair election, and I also soon, or make sure say we in your politics as party A, party B. Oye din se hunu a obama ba ne de mra no we de
yeto aba we mu wi ni na fe mu din
we say opeso oye de oye sa ne ma ne nyina but ne e de ne ehu e de na ekoso e wo man because you see ehun se free and fair no enye dwuma enti obi be se oye ana wanye de wanye ana nyambo kira so oba be ka de but say em say last year de no eno so o wa patcho fatu so man
Mr. Speaker, when we make an assessment of what the state of the nation is, it would necessarily have to include what state it was in yesterday, the state it is in today, and what state it will be tomorrow, based on reasonable grounds of expectations. How far back should we be looking to make a judgment on the state of affairs today? Mr. Speaker, I believe that the issue above all that is quite properly dominating the concerns of all Ghanaians is the gravity of the economic situation of our country and how we can quickly stabilize the economy and work our way back to the period of rapid economic growth. Our currency has been buffeted. Our inflation rate has been very high, and for the first time in our lives, debt exchanges have become the language of everyday conversation. As such, Mr. Speaker, I wish to make a departure from the usual format of messages on the state of the nation and concentrate predominantly on the economy, which will enable me nonetheless also to make some statements about the state of our agriculture, education, energy, health, infrastructure, mining, tourism, and security. This is not to belittle the contribution of the other sectors to the growth of our country, but I believe the exigencies of the moment justify the position I am taking, particularly as all sector ministers continue to provide official updates on happenings in their respective sectors. I've said, and many others, including the managing director of the IMF, have said that our economy was doing well until COVID-19 and the war in Ukraine. Was doing well until COVID-19 and the war in Ukraine took us off course. Mr. Speaker, I will be heard. Hansard has to record me. I will be heard. Maybe because of the severity of the present difficulties, or maybe because it suits their preconceived agenda, some people are unwilling to accept that we were on a good trajectory until the arrival of COVID-19. The Ghanaian people, however, accepted this proposition as evidenced in the results of the 2020 presidential election, which were unanimously endorsed and upheld by the 7-member panel of the Supreme Court. Mr. Speaker, allow me to go on a short trip down memory lane and remind ourselves what things look like back at the beginning of 2020, when I came to this House to give an account on the state of our nation. This is what I told this House on 20th February 2020, and I quote, Mr. Speaker, in 3 years, we have reduced inflation to its lowest level, 7.8% in January 2020, since 1992. For the first time in over 40 years, we've had a fiscal deficit below 5% of GDP for 3 years in a row. For the first time in over 20 years, the balance of trade, that is the difference between our exports and imports, has been in surplus for 3 consecutive years. Our current account deficit is shrinking, interest rates are declining, and the average annual rate of depreciation of the cedi, as it is lowest for any first-term government in the Fourth Republic. Our economic growth has rebounded to place Ghana among the fastest-growing economies in the world for 3 years in a row, at an annual average of 7% GDP growth, up from 3.4% in 2016, the lowest
Honorable
in
members,
3
please,
decades.
may we listen in silence.
Sovereign credit rating agencies have upgraded our ratings and also improved the outlook for this year, notwithstanding.
Ghana for where they want small. Also, also be a conin. Sure. Or just a last a year state of war, the organization address a good everybody. Obekamo be a tea. Yapan say, or mine, a yin and one toffer. And on the Bible, be a or mine, and on no, what bought a toffer or the brown or chill say. Never be a cost ye, a cockama, and a COVID,
and the Ukraine,
and a Ukraine war, no so by ha, and a Ukraine war, as so by. Now, maybe say, Ukraine war. Ghana dem pan the export to call Zakrudusu. And I then soon the free ho, a bantia, de bia okay na we are corner now ah you create war no COVID no I think say
even
excellence ono I say excellence wo kasa no sro no asre na be wuza Ghana na nze bibia kwa politics ntino ye ka enye but the question is nyame bo o kira no or the last one be den e ba be tudwa den ase nyankopon bo se wa mawo ya papa his excellency Nana Akufo-Addo the president of Republic of Ghana enya ade a obetima be ka sansemi bia den a chenese ye the new president be den e ba be siso etinu na ebisa se ti nyame boa ensem ya papa kan yi ene ono ane campaign first one we be kan ni the last year so we be kan ya wo se na bibia Ghana bibia akoso kama ene ma bo nyina ba fom ama ti se na bibia akoso but COVID ni ayi ka say Ukraine war yi Russia ntoko ibam no ana ma bibia den ayi na o make sure say obi a wa appoint ni say o ye minister bia no obe ode ehun nsem bibia beba obo say frakadam bia ye den ehye den nim eno na afidi ya ye resha fu yi ti Ghana for nyame boa o kira no nyagopo amba ye hwe de oba be ka because de waka bi na enyina ezo ebehu se de o kan se ye nukure ana se nye nukure chairman ma memra ho
yo menu amida say medical started for 2017 them say that was his first time at parliament
okay
ene Ghana for ekudi nkomo enukure so dem medical started masem no the first 4 years no de obeka se na enye bia well so dem kan no esunu bia ne ha ode hu ade but me dey to me in the first 4 years no na enyoma started ye den pick up
okay
till say 2019 ye nyina anim de eto wiase nyina nye Ghana nko a COVID ne ye den ebebom COVID ne bebo ye nyina hu the impact of it for almost about 6 months to some months bino government work as a teacher I was in the house I didn't go to school but I was being paid other sectors of the economy omo ya benjuma even omo private sector most of them had to run shift but I believe that some of them were also laid off, which is very unfortunate. Okay. Some too were still there, but even they were not even paid, all because of Ukraine war. COVID here then buy. Now can Ukraine war now? Yes, you see, we now live in a global world. It's not about we exporting something from Ghana to Ukraine. Yen himself for Ukraine. We are seeing now. A bano a brone a some state foods bioha. Ukraine is the leading producer of it. It automatically say affect it. Ukraine war no automatically to affect other countries be a Ghana for so you know me den edida
eno anka wa be ka onua
very good and sometimes they say baba ho no directly but indirectly no it will affect you
say uton wa de no bi nto a
yes intinu whether say eye intro no twa o enye intro no twa o ye nyina we know the impact of it and then if you call some amama bi so amatwa even Ghana ho ahia kra we share omo can say inflation and then when you say last year was very difficult for Ghana then you more temper because you never kaya inflation hit almost about 40 plus but me no can say
last year no say ye papa no ka say me say 83 and the 23 I think nyame boa de nya baby sia yes you be ka say mama say 23 year be 2023
yeah
and
it is true last year no man mu wedding
but say ni 33
sure
83
yes it ubusa omo nim spiritual numerologists now some of them they can come out to those things but I'm not looking at that but what I'm trying to say is say yen nyina ejitum say from 2020 bano things have been so tough for this country and abayana nkasa munu abejiatum I know say some of them they play politics with it and you know because you're competitive Ghana now you be call election there those things are there but even nipa not criticizing because sometimes he knows the truth but all
politics
politics the last year the things were difficult but now inflation above from but inflation na perform no still no amanfo ho ye den e ho kire wo den tin na ba sa because tama enyoma shutu course ro no enyoma starting senke ba automatically sanka system no so no omu put in place measures ade na cafe aka ton 100 cedis na ka beton no me ate so aba 8 o sa ka so te so
o say Ghana ho Ghana mo kasa ye biggest problem in Ghana ne say see ya two bibi so ya two petrol ana bibi sini ya two bibi so a ye te so na ka ho
yes
because of say obia ye de ono pe
sure
well we want a day you get a president obeka say will be emu bia bag emu bia wo krumu a ye turn bag bia 50 cedi ona okofa de o malata o okofa de o bokino 50 no ati baby a obeko bia 50 ade you see the most funny thing is say oba Accra ha eniema na bo ade wo ha who say you free Kumasi, over Kumasi move.
The entire Kumasi the SSR.
So,
I never call so when they say sometimes, baby, I will be under the economy there. Ain't now every month to every 2 months, Biano. A year Ghana Statistical Service, almost no the inflation rate in the ban. It is all go into it, almost breaking it down. Region by region, they go to the district by district.
Okay.
Even to that, Timidi Manusino, the best mechanics or China. We are not expecting anything from Nana Akufo-Addo. Yeah, we are not expecting anything from him. Only the Umbra, American chance or mine. You so many more than that. So don't come and massacre things to us. Those things you go and tell the other people. Yeah, and yeah, except you yet me kind. You no opportunity to be with yes. It's no the American check Ghana for say 2024 elections. A peaceful elections near the yepe. Yempe any mujesheguni a yibia. Because one thing now. Me realize it from the late President Mills. Winnie Yeno, that was 2018. I realized that baby Obenya Obejinebia, he talked about peaceful election in the next year. That I monitored that man, but as will be a strategy or the year, and I could for the Israel or Chinano come and give Ghanaians hope. So the only hope will be at the Maya. Oh dear, giants are name say, but say elections. Obema na free and fair. Say John Mama Winia Famano. Say Baumia Winia Famano. It's about policies and nipa in the next what idea. He said we are seeing economy. Now the world is more or less like technology. Covered in the buy and the geopolitics of the world. Yes, it is now on so we need say these two political parties. So also Mr. Digital, also then and also deba in the next 10 years, the next 20 years no. Then the way him with us.
Yo, and not to pen or Wakasa and say, hey, mother, I may expect to be free. Nanado will mind here. You need to have a card end, but yeah, dear, the same, ye need baby alcohol, yeah, baby, ye need passport. Your passport, any visa, your visa, any plane ticket, ye need baby alcohol, and I walk out, you don't know my own day. Until the best thing is say. Ochina here the expert yan say oba free and fair election asundwe enu ane here general corner sorry
yeah 2017 dey na a free and fair election also na kai ade a here currently no dia year 2020 no a free and fair now occur 2017 but better than what we say enfa because we are yes some results be 3 times and sana you winner no the free and fair election no anye duma
okay
the mestre your state no your current state no sana na kan no your current bia ye wo musese re nyina yenim and the man be masaji bibia Proverbs 22:22 I say do not take advantage of the poor.
Okay.
And the officer will be an hour position be we are. We may come in na what the bread we jumamu and hifa. Do not take advantage of the poor. Because when said ya we be ano atembu da hot cham. Say be position na crowd no. Un this position and I won't some forever. Obi super baba fast at position no. Now bisa won say 20 years to come and 10 years to come, where will you be at that time? Okay. And what would have happened to you?
And your children.
And your children.
Yeah, that's it.
Mr. Perez, share said ye mampeni kasa na minua to pe wakasa bebre. But o man kasa ye ho Mr. Perez. Ya ye say obi a wenye sika kotoka but osu oni sika de be insurance. E de amaka no. Sai no man Ghana na kwaye den akwakoye. Ukraine war no bebre omukra na affect ommo man fa say covid no baby a hiti pa China my economy is stable wo a hu futuro keke na hu frama be fa wo no you are still talking about covid eti ya yeso obi a wanye sika toka but only insurance maka no sign o man na ye dey atie
so ohini awukosu a chiriskeni odu a wose he mekura no me ho papa
because Mr. President yet mintina o man mu a COVID the last 4 years we are still making emphasis on COVID every day say or how happen COVID Ukraine war Russia one Ukraine war it's me I could see say bad as idea ni just mpanifo na mudi enimu no mo failure
no ye atete say oba ni kunu ewu aja na 4 years and 10 years and what they blame no man yemi kunu na ewu ya nka
wow ye ba free and fair election hwe Ghana ye free and fair election ba da bia meka me se nyame asomdwe wo my Ghana nti mu nipa nyina wasomdwe Mr. Perez ye ka free and fair election a one se mato aba wa ha majo ha na ko central point me to wa ha na account wo direct enya de afi no bi bepe 1 2 3 no wi asa ye 4 wa ye 6 ni e massage results American election no who vote wa hanse ya anya reflection wo hode da nti e ho no ye mie message results even currently kwa Nigeria election ye twa mu ikro mo ye the same thing den e wo ho eti ye hwe o 7 million 8 million 9 million ana ye den e baaye o mo de sa de ne baaye no sa na e den e baaye ba yen Ghana no ade ba ko no say da bia me ka me say me danyame asese oman dudo na ye Christopher no matter any Christianity no say de ye ne ma bia no ye te ne ma se ba enya ne dia kra o ye mfa man sa ba ekoye ye nnuan mu bi na enche no atwe se kan enche no atwe tuo dia enka oman ka jato ma che free and fair election bi ani ho ye hwe de si wo ayawa so yi ashama ni bi na mu bi ebi ani tu free and fair bi ani kuro yi mu ba ye pasum dwinti no eba ni agya mu saa ye den e wo ho ba until say ye be ye system no me vote what say ashade botwe hanse ya kwa Accra street the watermali esusu eba Accra street ama na county e wa bra yi nyina TV so say TV so yi no ni nyina ye hunu no say de e TV so say dia
na digital man ba ntimama
ya be hunu ya bobo
he say be bi edu ni de onua saa na e be den e be ko ba ahefo de tiefo Yankopon hira mu nyina no onye mu nyina kese na mdi ka se ewiase no ye won krofo bi o mo ye dwuma hunu e ma krofo bi ye de echele but say Yankopon wa mo bi ama asase su se bi obi mebre e ma obi nye yeda etie na o hwese di amanfo ani te e wo Kristo sumu se be boabo sika no ama sofo akoto Range Rover na atra trotro am ye na kobu de enye dwuma etuto Range Rover na e ba beje akwa koton na ya chiska no obi age ne de saa so na ese ma ye ni ye de eda ho because empanifo wo mo ba ekwan no mo nye o mo ti Land Cruiser wo tikiri prim o te hwe o ti trotro musisi be yo ya wo se ni pe ya obesa ko gira ho akokọ e campaign kokun tokwa ma obi akotwe sikan bisa ho se ye to aba aya mpachu wo hu se ye mampani betra se his excellency ne maya ye so ma ye de be mati group bi Japan hwan yi be ba cho ye to aba wo hu se bebi a no gina ye campaign wo hu ne baba bi wo ho
ni baba bi eni ho
mahama ye campaign wo hu ne baba bi wo ho
ni baba bi eni ho
obi eni ho but na manfo mma e no mo ye do omo ho omo bo mo ma ho ban ati maame ne papa fra oba de tunufo wo zo ni maame ne papa obetufo a wakata so ye den etu ho fo edu election time campaign time obi ye na ko gira utie de o ka na be boa wa okwa kotoma no emoa wa okwa no atu etia no we enye gidigidi we enye yi uwu so oni bi se obekwa koye ni sine pipi na obewu a mesrew ko ka kiro papa no ma me se omompe bebi mfa won koji skedru se de be ya daachi no
sika kra be ba fie
omo se wawu kura omo se mfaso de de aba fie me kai campaign time kumasi wo bebi tata na mahama ko kumasi bebi a boys yi guke ke bi sa ka se fa na ntwe ubi kai ko hwe wo ebi 90 ye ebi wuye edu tama omo ye ne ense ye pet 300 million eno kra yanka se busuani ba ko e kwa ne se munyina mu nche enti abrante a wogu 300 million o ma me to pampesa 300 million ye cha se
na ni tu ewo ni man se yesi wewu so da so tie so ne ni ba kokko
eti bisra mu moma ye nyina ye ni ye den enna ho na bibia de enye kama aha ana kawaji shoes no ye de mu nyina ye de ye di mu besie be sore so no obi so ye de aba so ana bi kaka se dwuma die wo person sponsor ana wo bibia person to na bon de wura ye TV no ewo digital and satellite is e ko echire pa yi obi aso nye bi ye de ehwe timpacho wo pese o sponsor dwuma die ya eno anse wo be frɛ number ya na bibia wa wo person bon de wuro no wo be frɛ number 0551 543840 0551 543840 na ese bibia de ay kama wo hia ka wadwen na mso meje so me kire wadwen nya wo Friday ye be sa ba ye ba Ghana amamre ni amane a eyem se Jeremiah kaya wo se mon kokkohwe titi atempo no bebi okwanpa ne da no na mon fa so nye den enya home ma mo kra se de Ghana fo se dabi be koto aba ye beje banchi bentoa ye beje amo na yakoto aba ma obi a wotimi nya adwuma no moma ye nyina ye sansa cha ya adwen ye sa koba ubetimi a ye beto ama ontimi nso a na ye den ya to etie nyakopon hira mo na onye mu nyina akese se no ye nto aba emo obi ni nebusu afon chele na emo ye koto aba ma de obema Ghana den achele enye de obema ono ne party and I said you are nebusu afon be chele na emo the whole Ghana because Proverbs chapter 31 verse number 8 up to 9 say, or see, speak for people who cannot speak for themselves. Fight for what you know is right. And what? I say, argue the poor case. Argue the whatever. Poor people. Their case in what? Court. Fairly. Et ye no be any asem. Nemo be biano krene dano. Ne ye de ato. Midiana muso for Paris. Bakope. Yakopo shram. Nenye munya kese. Nyame bo Friday. Ye besa betrem ne de dwumede ne den Abraham. Nyame shram nyina. One time kebioma. Ma sorry so. Ni nyankopo